If this was episode 6 of an anime, surely by now I'd be introducing new plot twists and new characters. But of course it isn't an anime. It's me sitting here reviewing anime for you. I'm going to be doing that again today. I'm going to be looking at 4 new shows which aired this season. Because as ever, this is a 2018 spring anime preview from a different perspective. Vampires suck. Can we just leave them alone? No one seems to be able to write a good story featuring them anymore. Every possible story that needs to be told has already been told. And rather than trying to revolutionise the genre, so many shows just show us the same thing over and over again. So, is Devil's Line any different? That's what I'm here to take a look at now, isn't it? Straight away, the signs don't really look too great, as you have people running through what seems like a pool of blood, and a man turning into some kind of fiend, slaughtering people. Yep, this was never really going to be a show that I get into. This is a show that really gets off on both ultraviolence and the sexuality of being a vampire. And anything which combines ultraviolence and sexuality, in my book at least, doesn't deserve any kind of viewing. This is another series that I nearly stopped after the first 5 minutes, which again I try not to do. Normally I don't try shows I don't like the look of, but for you guys, I sat through it, and resisted the urge to press the stop button. And after 20 minutes of a standard vampire story that could have been written by any writer wanting to write something edgy, but not having the creativity of thinking of something other than vampires to write about, there is some hope the series will be decent. In fact, the female lead Tsukasa is actually quite cute. But that too is another cul-de-sac, as she has a personality like an open book. And that book is a fresh notebook with nothing in it. The first episode plays out pretty much as I expected it, and the girl's male friend, one who clearly has almost stalker-like feelings for her, turns out to be a vampire stalker. And the stalker, who I've been worried about, is actually an agent who hunts vampires, who, obviously, is a half-vampire himself. Really, trying to remember this show is giving me a headache. I don't want to go back and watch it again, as that would involve watching it again. Please, unless you're some sicko who gets off and seeing violence and sex combined into a stereotypical story that could grace any 1-star rated fanfiction post, don't look beyond more than 1 episode of it. If you are drawn to this, go over to High Dive, you sicko. You know, it's a shame when new anime season starts in April, and not in March. Had it started in March a month earlier, Hina Matsuri would have started almost at a perfect time, March the 3rd. As it is, the date doesn't really matter that much. It's not an anime based around celebrating Girls' Day, but rather a festival of fun surrounding a strange girl called Hina. She's not a girl we're immediately introduced to, and in fact we instead showed a flash-looking guy called Yoshifumi Nita, in an expensive-looking apartment full of expensive-looking artworks. And he doesn't look shady at all. The scar over his eye isn't at all telling, nor is his style blonde hair, open shirt, or heavy gold chain. But even our Yakuza friend was in for a surprise when a metal leg fell out of the sky and hit him in the head. And he is even more surprised when it speaks to him, and turns into a naked girl. There are plenty of ways a show could take its development. Thankfully, it isn't some hyper-aggressive sicko filth, instead a light comedy with heartwarming moments. You see, the girl, who is a titular of Hina, is a psychonetic girl, and she uses her powers to wrap poor Yoshifumi around her fingers. But again, not in a mean way. It's very much like a child unable to take care of herself. It's almost like he's a caregiver. So what we have here is a heartwarming comedy with a Yakuza member and a childish girl with superpowers. It's very reminiscent of Alice and Zoki from last year, only with the drama being more hidden. I'm not going to suggest there won't be drama and action on display here, since it's clear there will be, especially with the first bit of the episode featuring an unrelated girl, apparently, fighting off hordes of goons while speaking around about Hina. Of course, Hina does manage to get Yoshifumi to agree to send her to school, and by getting him to agree, I mean threaten destroying more of his highly priced artworks if she's not giving her way. But she starts school and is immediately befriended by a nice girl next to her, ends up keeping an eye on her. It's almost like she's her caregiver. Towards the end there's some action, as Yoshifumi takes on the task of taking on a rival group. Hina accompanies him, but much to her surprise, he doesn't give her any orders to take him out for him. To him, she's not a weapon, but just a kid, and this creates a nice bond between the pair of them. This is one show that looked to have both the humour and the characters to make a success of a heartwarming comedy setting. I'll be watching this with plenty of hope that it maintains its high quality throughout its run. If you do want to watch this for yourself, head on over to Crunchyroll. When it comes to anime, I'm drawn to certain types of series. And I'm not just talking about those with cute girls doing cute things. In particular, I like shows that have that Iyashike feeling about them. That warm, soothing feeling that you get watching something that warms your heart or just has you laying back and smiling a smile bigger than you thought possible. Nothing really happens, but in a really good way. And in my opinion, no writer speaks louder in this genre than the creator of Aria, Kazuya Amano. And when a story is paired with a brilliant Junichi Sato's direction, you know there's a gold hidden at the end of a rainbow, and that gold is full of smiles and good times. Of course, this isn't the first series of Amancho that I'm looking at today. It's a sequel series, Amancho Advance. If it wasn't obvious immediately, then you won't at all be surprised to find out I'll be recommending this one, but not just on the strength of the writer and the director, nor on the strength of the original series. The first episode of a second series is exactly what I would want. It returns us to the era around the diving club, and the life of its two younger members, the energetic but absent-minded Hikari Kohinata, known as Pikari, and a gentle and introverted girl being dragged along willingly with Pikari's fun, Futaba Uki, who is given the nickname Teko. They're joined by their twin senpais, Ai and Makoto Ninomiya. Whilst Makoto is pretty much a quiet guy, he is often the butt of the jokes, especially when confronted with his more aggressive but easily embarrassed sister. And this being the creator of Aria, you just know there are adorable cats on display. And of course you know, you'll be right, we advise the char, also known as Aria, a cat who also hangs around a diving club, and a small kitten rescued by Pikari and Teko, or Hime. If you've never seen any of Aria or Amancho, or even shows like Tamiyo or Sketchbook, then do yourself a favour, look up at any of those shows, sit down with them with a mug of cocoa, and if you don't end the episode smiling, then I'll be surprised. If you don't, then you can move on. I do understand that people have different tastes and these shows aren't for everybody. Of course I'll point you and claim you have no heart. Be free to point at me and call me a sappy guy. No, I'd happily and agree. If you end up smiling, go back and watch Amancho, and Aria, Tamiora, and Sketchbook. Especially Aria. If you do want to watch Amancho, you can find Amancho Advance on Crunchyroll. Anime has been looked at more and more as a way of different parts of Japan, and different groups of Japan, to advertise themselves to Japan and the wider world. It kind of makes sense, and really it's nothing new. So it shouldn't come as no surprise that You Don't Know Gunma Yet is a thing. Gunma Prefecture is said to be the beating heart of modern Japan. You can reach it by train from central Tokyo. And it advertises itself saying you shouldn't go there as it's full of undesirables, and that once you go there, you'll never return. That's quite a strange way of advertising yourself to the world. But the same as making an advert selling your city as full of thieves, concrete jungles and weirdos on the train. But enough about Birmingham, the beating heart of the United Kingdom. You don't know about Gunma yet. There's not a whole lot to say about the show. It's another of these shorts that don't really deliver much, but don't really offend. I can't actually see that much of an advert saying Gunma though. Maybe I'll start talking about good things about Gunma soon, but surely you'd want to do that in the first episode? I'm not sure if I can recommend You Don't Know Gunma Yet at this point. There's a whole lot to be confused about, and it's not a whole lot to like. You can find, however, on Crunchyroll. And there we go, with another 4 animes reviewed. We're in 2 really great series this time, and one which you really shouldn't watch at all, ever. Of course, you can disagree with me if you want, but that's your prerogative. Join me again next time and look at 4 more. Bye bye.